we back again here at the Average Joe Podcast. Good morning, good evening, good night. Whenever this catch your sight, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and of course, make sure you like and comment. We appreciate you guys tuning in to another episode here. I know we've been kind of shaky. If you follow me personally, you know I just had I had surgery, I had to take care of myself, get everything situated. So we was back. We was gone a little bit, but we back. Come over to another episode. I want to talk about something that recently happened, and it's more of a serious matter than we're going to get into our usual routine. But first and foremost, definitely a condolence to Rich Homie Quan and his family for the loss of him. It's a tragic situation when you lose somebody, especially in your family. I couldn't imagine what's going on in their life, but we want to send our condolences to the family.
Pillar in the family.
Yeah.
Man of the family, you can say. I guess.
True indeed.
I don't know how their personal shit was going on,
but you never know. It's always especially when you lose anybody, but when you lose somebody of that magnitude, that stature, I know that it can be devastating. But I wanted to kind of use that to kind of pivot to something that we just really need to have a conversation about, especially in our community. The drugs. If the situation is where he lost his life to an OD, I think it needs to be addressed that we need to stop, and that's as a community. With hard drugs, what I mean by that is coke, crack, heroin, pills, fentanyl, lean. I mean, your weed is fine, because we know, and if you've done your research, you ain't really got too much to worry about. But of course, the government got a little hand in the weed industry now, so it got more chemicals than it ever had before. So keep your eye out for that. But I just want to put some emphasis on that, and hopefully to get this message to somebody that really needs to hear it, because we need to stop. It's really out here killing us. It's not helping us in any way, and there was a time when I was young, and I used to smoke my little reefer, that you could actually unconsciously and consciously trust your drug dealer. And what I mean by that, you could trust that he was going to supply you for what you asked for, and he did so in the hopes that you would be a returning customer.
Come back.
He didn't want nothing to happen to you, but nowadays it seems like the situation with, especially a lot of these people in the industry, they're getting their drugs from a supplier, and the supplier 9 times out of 10 or in some way, shape, or fashion know that this product may have been stepped on and tampered with in some type of way, or it's not real.
Enhanced.
Yeah, and it's just not real, or it's been mixed with fentanyl, and it's just not gonna be good for the consumer. So, man, with all that being said, make sure you guys are taking care of yourself. Put the drugs down. It's not worth it for you to leave out of here, leave your family, leave your loved ones. And again, our condolence to Rich Homie Quan's family. Great artist. I remember in high school.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen.
Jumping.
I wouldn't listen to some of his
music. And then this is kind of off topic, but I really did. And don't take this the wrong way. I maybe not have the correct words, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I didn't like how we all seen him in the last few years trying to make a reclaim, or not necessarily reclaim the fame, but reignite his staple in the industry. And I didn't see as much push behind it as I seen when he passed away. I don't like that. And I don't like that we do that with all artists. As soon as they die, we just run their numbers up. No. If we see them actively out here trying to do something and it's putting out some good music and good bodies of work, go and support them while they're here live. I don't like that we gotta, in our culture especially, we gonna push you up once you done passed away. But that's neither here nor there. But again, make sure y'all stay away from the hard drugs. And then black people, I'm gonna say this to y'all. I don't know when we start doing pills. I know Future and all them had something to do with it, or the music industry with pushing it, but
Molly's and Percocets.
Yeah, we weren't really known for pill popping. Now we known for smoking some weed, but we weren't known. It seemed like, and of course, more white people are killed by opioid overdose than black people are, but our numbers are increasing. So we need to tighten up around that. But we're gonna go ahead and a few of our AJOs. I'm gonna let Tay go ahead and take it off, start us off.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get that little word of wisdom up there.
For the first topic, I guess I don't even know how to introduce this. I know y'all probably have seen it on the internet now, but what's up with Shannon Sharpe, man? Why he starting his OnlyFans on Instagram? Up there giving Michelle the business. Like, I don't understand him, man. But I guess what I want to ask you about Shannon Sharpe and his whole charade is: do you think it was real? Do you think it was staged?
Man, watching it and just hearing it, it's just like, wait. I'm okay. Let me say this. I am.
That's my Michelle.
Like I don't understand, like that portion of it. I was just like, what the fuck? But
he sound old.
Yes, it put me in a stage where I'm 30 years old, but it put me in a stage like I caught my mom and my dad having sex, and I'm just hearing some off the wall stuff like, that's my Michelle. Like that first thought of my mind was like, I didn't click that was him at that moment until a little bit later. But when he said that's Michelle, I said, Obama. I said, what? I said, who up here is blazing Michelle like that?
Shit.
But
like Ocho said, at least it wasn't no goddamn Michael.
Man.
The way he got off that damn truck, you would have thought it would have been Michael, goddamn it.
So, a few things to answer your question. I'm in the middle. Because the reason I say I'm in the middle, because if it was real, I feel like after his apology, just try to let the thing die down. But he's kind of like campaigning behind it now. He's done made shirts. He showed a little pill pack he took to throw it down on Michelle. It just.
I think somebody said, I don't know how true this is. They say he got a Viagra endorsement.
Dang. See, get that money, but goddamn. But then also, you even spoke about this. You gotta do a few steps before you go.
Yeah, I was about to say, the reason I think it's rigged is because he claimed he just threw his phone on the bed and it went live. That's impossible.
But the only other thing I'll do, and just to be a devil's advocate, somebody can't hack your phone remotely. That would be
then why not say that?
But he may not know that. I don't know if that's. I'm just throwing that out there as like
if that's the case, I would have been like, my shit was hacked instead of I just threw the phone on the bed. You could have easily just said that. Hey, my Instagram was hacked. Motherfuckers went live on me in the middle of the night. See, he said out his mouth. We was, doing what we was doing. I threw the phone on the bed and somehow it went live. How do it somehow go live?
And when because we tested it, y'all. Before we got on camera, we tested it. But also, when you went live, it was outward, not inward.
Thank you.
His was inward. I'm like, what the fuck?
So he had to reverse the camera. It don't seem like it was like he might have been on Instagram. I don't know how he accidentally went live. You got to click like 2 or 3 buttons.
I don't know either, bro. Well, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say.
See,
that's why I'm saying I'm in the middle. Now,
I do got a theory though.
Okay.
It might have been Michelle.
Oh, she do that to get famous, but anybody see her. And my thought, see, this is what I would have done, cause this is my way my mind worked. After I realized it's on live, I'm gonna be still in action. So at that point, you'd have caught me like shirt off or seen Michelle or something. It was like it just ended. I'm gonna give him. I'm in the middle, but I'm gonna go.
I don't know. My
better judgment and say he could have possibly had a slip up. Now, why? See, okay. It may be because I haven't reached that age, but why did the man growling like that?
He out of breath, man.
I'm like,
nah. The funny part, this motherfucker was sounding like a dog. This motherfucker said, "Bro, What's
Where my mom first went to, I said, that must be how you sound when you had 2 hip replacements.
He need to hit the treadmill and work on his stamina, because it ain't no way. Sound like he was drinking water like a dog.
He was slopping it up.
I'm putting a dick in.
Hey, that was why. I was like, this is these old niggas be thinking.
Like, I mean, I might gotta add that one to the bag. Like,
No.
but that shit embarrassing when you hear that shit.
Oh, man.
There you go. There you go.
That's my Michelle. That's how like.
That's how I be
like,
sounding.
damn.
That's how.
This must be Obama knocking Michelle behind up. That's the only Michelle that came to my mind.
I'm gonna have to record myself. I know that shit gonna sound wild.
But then he came out with the shirts. So it just, I don't know. I'm still giving benefit of the doubt. Say he just knew that situations may possibly have happened.
And he country as hell, so.
Yeah, but the country it don't matter if you're country or not.
No, I'm talking about the way he sounded.
Oh yeah.
Sound like them hogs he was raising.
But this all this noise I made in the farmhouse. But y'all let us know in the comments. Do you think he actually was it an accident? Was it on purpose? What's your thoughts and what's your take on it?
I think it was an intentional accident.
That's a good one.
Like, cause I don't think he wanted people to hear him sounding like that, but I think he definitely wanted to displace them rumors from when he got out that truck. You know what I'm saying? He definitely wanted to break them shits up for sure. And then when they went nightcap, he did a whole nightcap. He promoted it. The way he promoted it was.
But that could have been his PR team though. They'd be like, all right, you got caught. Let's go ahead and get the best out of this opportunity.
Wouldn't you put out a statement?
He did. He apologized. He said what we got to say, but it was just an interesting situation. But see somebody like him in that position, and then gladly enough, he didn't lose no endorsements or got fired for nothing. So I guess that was good as well. But y'all let us know what you think. Do you feel like this could have been a play, or do you feel like it was just an innocent accident? But yeah, what we're gonna.
What is this shit?
The first thing I thought about, bro, I was like, damn, I hope I don't sound like that when I get. But it also.
And then they did a roast.
He had But that's what I'm saying. His PR team, he got a hell of a PR team. If they came up with that, like, all right, we're gonna spin this to a positive. Yeah, everybody. It was like it could have been a situation like everybody have sex. Let's go ahead and just see what we can do and see what we can get out of this moment, and spin it to your benefit and not the detriment of you. Which, if they did that, they need to raise, because that was a hell of a move right there, especially in that particular situation. But we'll move on to the next.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. That's why I'm like, you can't promote it like that.
I mean,
you get.
But what better? It was a good opportunity. You already.
That's why I said intentional accident.
I could see.
He knew his.
You're not two birds out one stone.
Ain't no way.
You stay in the gay rooms, you get some money, and
ain't no way the live happen, and you come up with this immediately afterwards.
He don't do that. Like his PR team do.
He don't got to. It still don't happen, and you come up with that shit that fast.
I would have thought of some stuff like that.
Shit. My first thing would have been.
How can we turn this to a positive?
No, my first thing would have been, all right, let me save my money. ESPN.
He did.
Everybody.
He got up there and apologized. That was his first. Yeah, he did.
He waited to get on Nightcap. No, you get up there personally, not on your platform.
But you gotta think, most people, he doesn't. That's what he does every day, though. Most people watch his Nightcap anyway.
Yeah, I know that. You still apologize beforehand. You don't make a show out of it.
I mean, it gives you a more of room to explain.
No, it promotes you, yeah.
But if you'd apologize before and did Nightcap after, what's the difference?
You apologize, and then you went on. The first thing I would have been is, hey, let me call ESPN. Let me call my sponsors. Let me put out a public a professional. Because he literally, the show before was snapping on Ocho about being professional.
And not being late.
Yeah, so now you need to be professional. Don't try to make a joke out of it and put it on nightcap and try to brush it over. No.
It's a good play, though.
No, it's damn good play. I'm just saying. Intentional accident.
But y'all let us know. We're going to go on to our AGL too. If you've been following the story, of course, let us know what you think. But Tyrese. You know Tyrese been doing a big press run right now for his 1992 movie, and then he also had his album, what was it, My Beautiful Pain? Yeah, that shit good too.
He dropped the album?
Yeah. The same day the movie came out, same weekend the movie came out, Labor Day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a nice little, they got some joints up there. But he's doing his press run, but in the midst of his press run and doing what he does, he recently was detained for unpaid child support. Now, for the amount, as I know and as I've seen, they said it was $73,000 unpaid. And from the knowledge I have of the situation, he's ordered to pay, I think, around about 20-something thousand a month. So probably basically like 3 months.
What kid need 70 grand?
I mean, that's for 3 months.
What kid need 20 grand?
That's true. Now, I'm going to ask you this and ask you guys that's watching. Do you believe that he deserves or should have a reduction in his child support?
I mean, as a normal person, yeah. But I think they base it off of your income. So
They do.
as far as the amount of money he made, he need to pay whatever they allow. But I don't think no kid, rich or poor, family wise, need 20K.
Not a month. No.
That's too much.
I think 20K would be good for like every 3 months. Cause you gotta think about what it was like.
Yeah, okay.
75. So you're living a good life.
That's what I'm saying.
Every 3 months.
That's, I don't know. Because if he was just a normal person, her ass would be getting what? Probably like $1,200?
That's a lot of money still. So that brings me to my next question.
But I think $1,200 is good. Like a kid costs around 12 to 5
Woo.
grand.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
But 20? Unless they like terminally ill or some shit, I don't think no kid. What does a kid need 20 grand for?
I mean, I guess in those particular type of arenas, the private school, private lessons, things like that.
That's why I said for non.
But I also understand, like, private school, you can get private school and it can be 10 bands for the whole year. So
see, but I used to work at a private school. It was just some military people.
It's not that much.
Yeah.
When you really chop it down, it's expensive, but if you go to certain ones, you can still get something for a reasonable amount. Yeah. So my second question would be, do you think we need to build a universal amount for regular people and celebrities as far as where to go for child support? Like this, if you fall on this criteria, you got a job.
I got another question.
Your job is with this amount of money. You fall in this bracket. You have no job. Okay. You fall in this bracket.
Yeah.
You're a celebrity. Okay. We're gonna go off of your actual amount of money, not your net worth.
Okay.
Because your net worth could be $100 million, but in the bank you only got 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you better hope you paid your taxes.
But I guess my thing would be, how do we start finding out if you paying for the parents' lifestyle or if you actually paying for the kid?
I mean, if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, first I'm gonna respond in two ways. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves, we know that 75% of that money going to that woman.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Her car, what she want to do, things she want to go and see, blah blah blah. And then 25% of it, out of 20 grand, will go to the actual child for, again, like I said, schooling, clothes, housing, all those type of things. Because you could really provide that with 5 bands. You live it good.
That's what I'm saying.
So the 15.
And then I want to know I feel like if he gotta pay child support, she still need to have a job.
Agreed.
Ain't no way you living off of the child's money.
I agree with that.
You
but
need to.
let me answer. Let me do my second part. So, what I would say is, what I feel like that needs to be done. This is for celebrities, but also normal people. Like when you when you send the money, they do somewhere they have a department that when she goes out to pay for stuff like rent, all that, she has to show receipts. Clothes for the child, receipt.
I was gonna say, why
private
not
schooling, receipt.
Why not just send him the bill?
Ooh.
Why if it's private, like,
or
send
her,
him
because
the
we know
private
women
school,
pay child support too.
Send him the school bills, the medical bills, the clothes, all that shit.
Cause I think in that particular situation, she has the kid she has with him and another daughter, so it's just really three.
So
of
she
them.
raking in goddamn money from all ends.
It's only three of them, and I think if I'm understanding the situation correctly, he's paying child support for his baby and her daughter.
Hell no. Fuck no. You better go find the motherfucker that dumped that kid up in you and tell him to, hey, give me my kid. God damn it. Give me you obviously ain't fit. Give me my goddamn kid. This is outrageous.
I think what you said would be much better. Like, all right, because with three people, I'm thinking, okay, a 4-bedroom would be enough. That's pushing it, but you can 4 or 5, you still could be under $5 grand.
$20,000.
Your mortgage would be like $3,000, and you send it to him.
And then I was about to say, even if she gotta, because if she ain't had no kids, she'll have to find a place to live. Why I gotta pay for your place to live?
But that can eliminate you paying 20 bands. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were to do what you said, send them the invoice or send them the bill.
So if I didn't have a kid with you, how the fuck would you be paying your rent?
But their situation was different. They were married. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let us know, how do you feel about it? Like, do we need to come up with, or should the government come up with a system for regular people along with rich people that really structures the child support scenario better?
Do the child support like food stamps. Put it on the card that you can only buy children's stuff with.
Some things it's for the child, but it's not, just for children. Food.
Yeah, you can buy food.
Yeah, but everybody gonna eat.
Yeah, you can't go buy no hair. You can't go get your nails done. You can buy gas for the car. You can buy children's clothes. But once you decline, why my card decline? Ma'am, you are buying a woman's stilettos. Those are not children's shoes.
Oh, what they buy?
Stilettos. Decline, goddammit. You all in the jewelry store. Children don't need no jewelry. Buy that kid a little gold chain. That's it. What you decline.
Ain't go ahead. Well,
I'm serious. Going to buy bundles of decline.
You going to get that new Benz?
Decline.
It's a used one.
You can put gas in the car because you need to take the kids places, but what you want to buy new?
But
use your own.
Like maintenance and stuff like that. I think like for the car, for the house, I think I kind of like what your scenario, like them having to send him the invoice.
Yeah, send him the bill,
which would be cool because it gives it also would get a man or a woman a little more peace of mind. Like, all right, I know where the money going.
Yeah,
but I also feel like it's just me personally. I had this conversation with my wife, and it's not saying like it's what happened. But I would say if we ever leave, I'm not paying child support, and she said she not putting me on child support because I take care of my kids. I feel like if more couples like, all right, I'm gonna take care of the kids. If they did split and they had that conversation beforehand, and they actually follow through with it, it'd be a better scenario so they can keep it out of the courts. But y'all let us know your thoughts about the situation in Tyrese and his child support escapade. Take on the next one.
God damn, I'm reading this little ass fun. All right, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the Super Bowl performance. Kendrick has been selected, I guess, or approved. I don't know how the fuck that shit worked, but Kendrick is the halftime Super Bowl performer. And I guess the question I want to ask you is, should we bask in his glory, or should someone else have this opportunity to perform in the Super Bowl?
And there's been a debate for a couple of days now. To be honest, I feel like we should give him his respect due, right? We can't sit up here and a couple months ago when they had the beef was trying to figure out who's gonna win out of the big three, and now be like, oh, he should be Super Bowl. You know
J. Cole is disqualified.
He not disqualified.
That man did not participate in the fight.
That we can't. I'm not gonna deny his body.
I am.
Yeah, you tripping.
Hey,
you still listen to Cole this day. He is still
his old music. Yeah, you can't. We can't have a fight to see who the best, and you don't participate. You're not qualified no more. If we fighting to see who the best, you need to participate and find out who the best. He disqualified himself. You no longer can be. It's Kendrick top dog, Drake lost, and then it's Cole. You didn't participate. If we have a 3-point shootout to see who the best 3-point shooter, and then it's me, him, and another person, and that other person say, nah, I know I can shoot, but I'm not gonna participate. You don't get results. You don't get to choose if you the best.
I'm not gonna snatch the title from
that
him.
Shit gone.
But he's still one of the greatest to me.
Oh no, he's still a good artist. He can't be the best no more.
But
he gotta fight for that. He gotta go against Kendrick now. He already don't want to do that. So
I don't think it's not that he didn't want to do it because he wouldn't put out a song.
He took it.
I think it was some back office stuff that they had a conversation. Oh, this ain't for you.
That still don't matter. Can't say big three. Can't say numero uno, whatever the fuck he be saying. And then when the battle to decide who is number one presents itself, and you say,
I ain't sleep good.
Yeah, that's like, could you imagine if Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and some other
Mike
great
Tyson
boxer
bit that dude ear off.
But I'm saying if they was fighting over who is number one, and somebody sat out, you can't be considered the best no more. I ain't saying you're not a great artist. You just can't be considered the best.
Top dog, talk. Okay, I can see your point of view.
You bowed out.
But
Kendrick won. He the top dog.
And that's why I'm saying I feel like that we should give him his credit and his flowers and not necessarily dim his light, but try to overshadow his moment, right? Because we obviously know this last couple months he has reigned supreme or come out victorious with the beef. So I think it was smart on the NFL to like take that opportunity to take one of the largest songs right now in America and have it played during the halftime. I think that's common sense. I mean, but I understand what everybody's saying in New Orleans.
I think they upset because and it don't make sense, but I understand because when it was in Los Angeles, they had Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and them. It was in Los Angeles
but
before.
50 Cent came out. He is not from Los Angeles. Eminem came out. He is not from LA. So.
But they affiliated with their little thing.
I don't care if they affiliated or not. I'm saying, well, if we get down to where people was born and raised, that they weren't there. That don't matter.
What
I'm saying is Kendrick can do the same thing. He can bring out people that's from that area, but
it don't matter. The headline was the two people from that area. That's people they invited. That ain't got shit to do with them.
I got you.
I'm the headline. I can bring who I want.
Okay, if we're gonna leave with that point of view, right?
I mean, I don't.
I'm saying for the people. If you guys gonna leave with that point of view,
if you.
My second thought is, the NFL has been a franchise, I think, since 1967 or something like that. The Super Bowl,
like the 40s.
I looked it up. It said it has been franchised in 1967. Right. So the Super Bowl has been in New Orleans since that time over 10 times.
I didn't know they didn't have halftime shows until the 90s.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So it's franchised.
Yeah, all right.
So they have had 10 Super Bowls in New Orleans since, of course, they have started this halftime stuff. So some of those I understand Wayne probably won't laugh, right? But some of them he was. So I'm saying, why wasn't it such a push? Why wasn't it such an uproar at those times?
I think it's because he getting old. Everybody doing this give they flowers thing. Like he getting old, so they kind of want to. Cause you got to think it was Super Bowls in Los Angeles. They never bought Dr. Dre out until their ass got old. Now it's like, all right, before they ass
now you're
died.
saying it's a charity giveaway.
Yeah, but more so like
the crumpled ass.
here's your flowers.
I don't want my own. I'm old. I want to be able,
But he was still building.
But I think he has a great. I think Lil Wayne has a great body of work. I think, if I'm being real, I would like to see all the hot boys out there, but I still think we should overshadow Kendrick moment because he worked hard for this, and I think
and he won.
Yes, and I think
to the spoils goes the victor.
And I think some of that is a little bit of that is the reason, and then there's people also saying Jay-Z, this is his get back from Wayne. I don't know how deep that it goes.
I don't know.
But y'all let us know in the comments. Do you think that we should be overshadowing Kendrick's moment with wanting to give it up and have other people have that opportunity? Of course, it's been recent. If you are been watching TV, you definitely caught this. But the presidential debate of 2024 happened with Donald J. Trump Jr. I think he's a junior. He might be. He might not be.
I think.
And then of course Kamala Harris. It's Kamala. It's been so much flipping flopping with her name, like in the media when I've been seeing. I'm like, damn, y'all make me pronounce it wrong. But so if I did, forgive me. But
is her last name Harris?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Is that her marital name?
Let's find out.
What'd you tell her last name was?
I thought she got married.
Yeah. You don't have to take your husband's last name. Now, if my wife didn't take my name, it'd be a problem. What you mean you don't want to take my name? That's one of the first words. Yeah. You're looking to make sure it's Harris. But the debate has went on. They had a debate. I'm going to start off and just ask them a simple question. This is for you. This is for the viewers. Who do you think won that debate? Based off what you've seen. And this is overall. This is not about a particular point or particular subject. But overall, who do you think won that debate? And then give me your why.
I don't think either one of them answered the question. They got asked the question, they just start talking about whatever the hell. Like the lady asked Kamala about the economy, and she started talking about how she grew up. I don't care about how you grew up. Tell me about the economy. And then every time Trump started talking, he talking about immigrants and fucking tariffs and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't think that got anything to do with the question that they asked. So I don't know who won.
So to me, I do get what you're saying, but it kind of went about a roundabout way of answering it.
All right, if I had to give an answer, I would say Kamala, because hers was at least, more streamlined, but she didn't answer any questions directly.
I would agree with you. So I would say she answered some directly and some she beat around the bush with.
Yeah.
Right. But Trump, for me, she answered some of the questions and beat around the bush with what Trump beat around the bush with a lot of those. So I would have to give it to her as well, as far as the victory in the debate. I think she showed presidential qualities during that debate. With even the beginning, her walking way over there to shake his hand, he looking down when he's shaking her hand, not looking at her while she's talking, or he's talking. She's every time he's speaking, she's looking at him. The body language says a lot. Her posture, how she carried herself. Even with her the things that she mentioned as far as policies, doing a tax credit for the $6,000, of course, also helping out with medical expenses bring them
ain't
down
gonna
to
help.
$2,000.
That ain't gonna help me none.
Gotta be out here
Ain't
doing
got
what
no
Shannon
kids.
Sharpe doing. That's my Michelle. That's my Michelle. I'm sorry. Every time I think about it, I'd be like, why is Obama drilling Michelle like this? But that's neither here nor there. But with her policies, I liked a lot of what she had to say. I feel like she came up with more policies and plans than he did, because he said, I have concepts. And it's one of her rebuttals, or somebody's rebuttals, they said, well, you was president, you've been having this concept for 9 years? Because when they were talking about
she been president for 3.5.
She hasn't been president. Vice president. It's a big difference.
Same
Vice
thing.
president really ain't nothing there but to be a tiebreaker on a vote, right? And also
break some ties.
And also to, of course, be the next in line for president.
The vice president got a voice. You can't. All these plans and policies you got, open your goddamn mouth. You had 3.5 years.
I'm not saying that they don't got a voice. I'm saying, but
break some ties.
In the chain of command of things, they really just be a tiebreaker, and also to be the next person preparing to be president.
Shane break many ties.
So I will give her some grace with that. But I would say I think she won. Now,
hell, and for the last year, she been the president. Biden stepped down, so
no,
you had a year.
It's always, if you ever notice, like the last year when they're running and trying to get reelected, or just in their last year of term, they always go kind of like quiet, and that's when they be doing their back office freeing the prisoners, doing their last couple of executive orders.
Bunch of performative.
Not necessarily performable. This is something that all presidents have done.
Performative. They want to get reelected.
Not necessarily even to get reelected, because you guys notice after you do, even with Obama, after he was in his last 8th year.
They spend the first 3 years bullshitting, then try to do some. I do it at work all the time. Spend the first 8 hours in that bitch not doing shit. Now I gotta do all this shit let me free some prisoners. Let me do
make some deals.
Yeah, let me do some shit to kind of make up for the whole 3 years I ain't been doing shit. Doing interviews and talk shows.
But y'all let us know who y'all think won that debate. And then also, my next one will be, what would you say is the most outlandish thing you heard the candidates say?
They eating the pets. They're eating the dogs. They are eating the cats. He a lot to give you some praise. Hey, he a lot to, man. He a wild dude. The Venezuelans, they're sending all their criminals.
The Haitians.
I was like, bro, this nigga is tweaking.
In all fairness, I did look into it, right? And it was.
But Asian people been eating pets since forever, though.
Yes.
And they got a whole hate bill. So let the Haitians eat them pets and pass a little hate bill for us.
But in all fairness for that too, because I had to do a little bit more research on it as well. If you go and look at it, it actually incorporates everyone in that. Yeah, and I found it out from Roland.
Then call it the everybody bill. Don't call it the
Asian. Name of it is not the Asian hate bill.
So what's the name? That's the name they promote?
Yes.
So
that was the name they promoted it, I think, to help push it along. But that's not the actual name of it. I will look it up again and resend it to you. But I had to look at Roland Martin and get the information on it. And then I actually read it for myself finally. And I was like, oh, shit. It's not what I thought. So, and it does incorporate everybody under that particular bill. But
call it the American hate bill.
I did look at in Springfield how they did have a town meeting. This is something that, of course, every city does, where you have your state, your
city council.
Your city council, and you have your meeting, and where people up there reporting. The white lady said, he just snatched the duck out the water and chopped his head off and started gutting it. Now,
that's nature, lady.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Now, I would say I don't have a problem with that. Like, if that's not like.
Now the cats and dogs.
No, if somebody said that their cat went missing. It was saying their cat had went missing. They didn't have that person speak at the meeting, but it was like a reporter was saying that their cat went missing and they found it strung up in a tree, or they seen it in their neighbor's yard strung up on the tree being gutted. But yeah, it was no like police reports or anything like that, so I don't know how concrete it was. And I fuck with
cats too. Y'all
now the part I do believe is like the ducks and the geese. Okay, you know. I mean, if they're coming over here, don't got nothing to eat, Or even if they do got
I mean, but that's
I don't mind that because that's kind of like hunting.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
It's
that.
like.
And then you not.
I think they upset because they
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so. And then the lady mentioned that they were getting loitering on her property. Not necessarily loitering, but
because white people shoot rabbits.
What's it called
coons,
when they be just sitting on your property?
Solicitor?
No, not soliciting, but they just it's on the tip of my tongue.
Squatting?
There you go. So they were squatting on her property.
What about them Venezuelans taking over Colorado?
I seen that too. And the apartments.
I wish they would. They gonna catch something.
No, but they had their weapons.
Nah, I got mine too.
That's so that was interesting.
And it was like 20 of them. I got 40 bullets up in that.
That was interesting. I was like, that was.
And then I seen the video. I guess they was like in front of the town hall or whatever the fuck in Colorado. And the white lady, this how you know it's crazy. Cause the white lady asked them and was like, why the hell y'all ain't doing nothing? Lady, we're a sanctuary state. That don't mean you can't go get criminals. That mean
you can't
regular sanctuary state is like, well, if an immigrant go there, they can't be
people that are not deported. Yeah, but they
that don't go for criminals though.
Yeah.
They literally taking shit over. That's what the police supposed to do. They be too busy harassing normal people, white and black. Because I've been seeing a lot of videos. They getting at them white people too. They going crazy.
But now that you say that, it brought me back to. I remember they had that one school shooting, and the cops didn't want to go in because they were scared.
The fuck is you?
That's
your job.
They scared to go into them apartments. Like, you know how many people they got up in there with guns?
Y'all the police.
Don't be ready. Don't be scared when it's criminals now.
Yeah.
You ain't scared when the citizens.
12-year-old boy had a BB gun at the party. You shot his ass dead. You choked George Floyd out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shot the boy at the train station, Fruitville. Shot him up.
Don't be scared now.
Shot the little white boy eating a burger in the Burger King parking lot.
This is your prime. It's your opportunity.
There you go. Right there.
Kill them people that's doing wrong. That's shooting people, taking people apartments.
Shit don't make no sense, boy.
But I don't think that was the most outlandish thing. The most outlandish thing I think I heard when they asked him if he was appointed president again, would he sign? Would he basically veto the national abortion bill? Like, would he stop it from going into law? And he said, Well, he basically was saying, because his vice president.
Because you might not gotta explain it. Is he gonna overturn it so they can get abortions, or overturn it so they can't?
Yeah, basically overturn it so they can't.
Oh,
so they can get abortions.
Okay, all right.
And he was like, and he kind of didn't. He definitely didn't answer that question. He basically saying that he gonna leave it up to the states and the state hands.
Oh, I did hear that.
He said
what? It's up to the state. I did hear that.
Well, basically, that's gonna cause chaos and just put women in peril. And he definitely was not trying to answer that question. I didn't like that. I feel like if you was the one that caused this scenario, or you're so happy to have done it.
So what's the big deal with the abortion thing? Like,
so I think it comes down at the end of the day to numbers game. I feel like they did that because white people are dying faster than they are having children, right? So, and then they're scared of the 2040 situation, which is a real thing of them being a minority in the country, because at that point, so many people with melanin, if I have kids by then, it will bring them down to less than 50%. So they'll be a minority. But I think so they did it so women stop killing the babies, and they are able to have kids and kind of combat that scenario.
Well, people need to be able to afford.
Yeah.
If I can't afford the kid, that
get him out of here.
Hey.
But I would say that's what
it's always another time. I can have a kid later.
Y'all let us know what you think was one of the wildest thing you heard during that debate.
I guess for our main topic, we got a kind of
hold on. Before we get into that, last thing for the debate. Who do you, from what you've seen and heard, who do you believe had the best plan, or even concept of a plan, if it wasn't a full plan? Out of the two,
probably Kamala.
I would have to go there too, cause I didn't really hear any solutions from him. He just was like,
not that I really heard.
Well, I'm not president right now.
Not that I heard any real solutions from her either.
For me, I did like the tax credit for it would be great. The helping, of course, keeping Obamacare and improving upon it to help bring down the cost of medications to $2,000 a year for families. Like my mom used insulin, so they did that, was good as well. They have medications they need to pay for. So if you could bring down the cost for them, that would be great. And people in those scenarios.
I don't think I made it out.
The 50,000.
43.
And she also had a plan to give like 50,000 for first-time homeowners, which I think is
okay.
Cool.
That benefit me.
I think they're also still going to do
that tax credit
the wiping out of the debt for people that have student loans. So
they supposed to been did that. They had 3 years to do that.
They had to come back, in the Senate, in the House of Representatives. They had to come back and fight these things. So I'm not absolving them, but I'm also going to be realistic. So she had a little bit more of a conducive plan and thought process.
I feel like if you're going to use something as your major campaign thing last year, you probably need to go through it. So what major campaign thing are you doing now that you're not going to go through on in the next 4 years?
I can agree with you there. That's why I was like, if they don't come through for what they say they're going to do and also do something specifically for black people, I think this might be the last year for me. Like, not necessarily, I don't know. I'm saying it's drying up the last little bit of hope I have in the government. Now I'm just ready.
Been gone.
Now I'm just ready for this thing to be over. Like somebody go ahead and then also I'm sorry, the caveat, I'll go back to that previous one. Also something I heard that was kind of outlandish when he was basically, when they asked him when it was brought up, she said if he becomes president, he's gonna pull out of the war from Ukraine and all that. Although I don't believe we should be sending all that money to them, if he were to pull out of there, that means Russia's going to invade them, take them over. That means they're going to also next be invading the rest of Europe. And if they invade the rest of Europe, we lose one of our most strongest allies. And it's not good for us. So that means that Russia's going to be that much closer to goddamn America. And they already got working with BRICS.
I don't think they gonna try to invade the rest of Europe. Yeah. The only reason they invade Ukraine is because Ukraine used to be a part of Russia, i.e. the Soviet Union. They just want to go take back what was once theirs.
I don't know what that tell you, but
what you mean? That's what happened.
I'm not saying that's. I don't think that's the only reason.
I don't fucking know. I don't live in Russia or the Ukraine. I don't know why they fighting.
Y'all let us know who y'all think had the best plan, and then you go ahead.
For our main topic today, we kind of got something a little bit serious, but not that serious. It's more so a mindset thing. We kind of want to talk about the victim mentality and like why everybody thinks everything is somebody else's fault and not their fault. Like your actions got consequences. They are gonna come to you now or later. Just take accountability and responsibility for yourself and stop walking around thinking somebody doing something to you.
Or it's the man.
Yeah, or the
man
done a lot.
Systematic oppression, yes.
Hell no, the man done a lot. The man then
you say, hold on, we
ain't absolving the man.
We not.
Hold on, I'm talking about personally.
Things that you have in your control.
Yeah.
So, but before we get too far into it, I do want to read the definition. So a victim mentality is a psychological concept that describes a person's tendency to view themselves as a victim in various situations, even when there is evidence to the contrary. So, a good example I would like to use, like if you ain't pay your water bill and the water get cut off, don't you be out here blaming somebody else. Oh man, you gonna do me like that?
Or not, or
you
more
did
so,
yourself like that.
More so, it'll go, oh, don't nobody want to help me. I'm going my water off. Or they'll use the water being off as an excuse to why they can't do something. Like, handle your business, pay the water bill, and be broke for the next 2 weeks or a week until you get paid. Like, and then people be upset because you can't help them every step of the way. Where it's like, ain't nobody helping me every step of the way.
Or giving me a handout. But so I'm gonna attack that two ways. So the first way I would say is, I understand people falling on hard times. Say that.
Of course.
But I've even felt on hard times myself. But I also look like this. I'm gonna be accountable of this, and I'm gonna find some way to turn my situation out right. Whether I have to, and there's people that are having problems with their utilities or even paying their rent or mortgage. If I gotta find some companies to help me assist me, I'll be on the phone all day. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess
I don't like where people don't take accountability and just like you said, blame everybody.
Yeah, like
just because of them, because of that.
My family fell on hard times. You know, shit ain't all gravy right now. It ain't hard, but it ain't gravy. But it's like, if you do go through hard times, sit down and the first thing you do is, what did I do? Yeah. Did I not do enough overtime? Did I leave work early? You know, you did something. Yeah. You bought something when you weren't supposed to. Something. That's first. Once you figure that out, then you can move forward. Where it's like, all right,
how we get out of this?
Yeah, how do I get out of this? How do I change my situation? Most of the time, it'll just be like, I'm trying to think of something other than utilities though, because that shit happen to everybody. It's more so like, for example, children. People have children, and then they'll start complaining about like children expensive or they hard to raise or this or that. Well, you knew since a young age, sex equals children. Unprotected sex equals children. So if you want to go have Shannon Sharpe time, if you want to go be with Michelle, just know, if you don't got that morning after pill or a goddamn condom, children are a possibility.
Well, I will play devil's advocate on that one because I have a lot of kids. It's also a situation where you could have had that condom and the morning after, and kids still come.
That's what abortion come in. Don't go having the kid and then complain about the kid. I mean, you got options.
But
hey,
I don't know if I could live with that on my conscience. Like, damn, I done killed my baby. Now, I could, if it's not a baby, like if it's like a plan B, then yeah. But if it's like, okay, the baby been growing a few weeks, we didn't know, and then we go and find out, and then they say, oh, it's still an option for the abortion, but the baby, she's like 3-4 weeks pregnant. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep my baby.
I do get that, but don't be complaining.
I can feel what you're saying.
Don't be complaining. Yeah. Like,
so if you
or people are for a materialistic thing. Mm-hmm. People will get a car. Damn, I gotta gas. I gotta get an oil change. I gotta do. Well, duh. That's what comes with a car. Or they'll get a house. I gotta do this. Well, duh. That's what comes with it. Like.
But you gotta basically not only necessarily expect what comes with it, but be prepared for what comes with it. And if you're not prepared, then it's okay. Make sure that throughout the process you're just not blaming everything else. Prepare yourself.
I wish I had better scenarios. We should have thought of some more scenarios.
Y'all drop scenarios in the comments. So things that you've been in or that you've heard people say where it's a victim mentality. It's always somebody else's fault or it's always something else to be to blame. But we want to leave y'all with
another one is relationships. Okay. Men and women.
Break that one down.
Where
it didn't work out.
Because she did this or she did that or this that. Okay, but what did you do?
That's true.
If y'all was like this when you first got together, then obviously you did something.
I agree with that.
To separate it for her to start acting that way. Same for her. If y'all started like this and then he start separating, you did something.
I can feel that. I can agree with that. So basically, we want y'all out of this, just be more accountable. as people. Like, I feel like
honestly,
we are getting away from common decency.
Honestly,
accountability.
I might be I be thinking everything is my fault. Let something go wrong, I'm thinking about what I did. Damn, what I say, like,
how can I do better?
Yeah, I don't have a girlfriend, nothing like that. I ain't in no relationship, but in previous years when I be talking to Jones, and it part ways, my first thing is I'm gonna read through the messages. What the fuck did I say? Or I'm gonna think back to what we did, and I'm like, what did I do? It's never them. It's always me. What did I do?
Well, yeah.
Didn't do those dishes, got your ass whooped. Damn. Why my mama so mad? Why she always beating me? Your ass ain't do the dishes. She been at work all day. Like, when I was a kid, mind you, I'm still a kid, so I'm not thinking like that. But that's how it was. It'd be like, damn, why she always fucking mad? God damn.
And then work that shift and come home like,
then you
goddamn this.
You get older and it's like,
who left this shit in here?
It's like all I asked you to do was
you had one job.
Do the
you
and that was verbatim. You had one job. And when I was younger, I'm like, God damn, just the dish. I do them bitches tonight when there you go.
I wanted it clean before I got home.
Thank you.
And I can understand. I can feel that too. Now that we're older, we understand.
Or another one, being in school.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like, man, these teachers. No, motherfucker, you ain't doing your homework. You ain't studying. Like, it's always, and I think it starts from then, like being a kid, and like I get in trouble at school, and your parent always gonna take your side, and I'll be like, well, it's the teacher, and eventually you just start.
And they find out that they the teacher. Hold on, you didn't say you were skipping.
Yeah,
for like 3 months.
You weren't supposed to hear that part.
Well, that being said, y'all, we're gonna let y'all go. We appreciate you tuning in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, and share. Other than that, we out, y'all.
Average Joe.